A few years ago, there were a few great guys in this and gals in this assembly. One I'm looking at right now sitting who just told a story, Representative Boyd and our former Representative Oler, and now others who serve on the Fire and EMS caucus. Through you, Madam Speaker, does a good proponent know if this caucus was conferred or talked about and brought into the conversation about this bill? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Connolly.
Through you, Madam Speaker, as this is a Senate bill, and I believe we're speaking of the Senate amendment, I was not involved with those conversations personally, therefore I cannot answer that question.
Representative Case.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In having some conversations with one of the chairs, there has not been a conversation. And I find that disheartening because I know the good speaker is now on that. And I'm sure she would have jumped in to lend some conversation to it. With that, I find it today, especially just hearing some of the stories, a very heavy heart. Yes, I did a vote for this in appropriations to get it out of appropriations. And I speak today because in this building, we work so hard to help our veterans, to help those with IDD, to help those that are in need. I look at this and I see us picking winners and losers, and that's not what we're about in this state. Why? Why would we decide, and yes, we are a body that has to vote on this. I know the bill was drafted by others, but why would we decide to not include all first responders? My father, who passed away 23 years ago, was the founder of the R-Winsted Volunteer Ambulance Association. Drove the old station wagon around that they used to have. Heard lots of stories as I was growing up about it. Those are the people that respond. I did not take that route to go into be a first responder, but you know what? I saw those first responders give my father his last ride. I saw those first responders tend to my brother 3 years ago, a couple days ago. It was 3 years ago that he passed when those first responders attended to him. I saw those first responders when my grandfather didn't answer his phone to come to Christmas dinner, so I went to the house and he was on the floor. First responders weren't available, so we had to go to mutual aid. Mutual aid came. They pronounced him there. Those first responders find more death, and they respond to more death in our communities. If we didn't have our volunteers, and a lot of people talk that we are having trouble getting people to volunteer, getting people to our volunteer fire departments, getting people to our volunteer ambulance corps. And it's things like this on picking winners and losers that really frustrates me. It also frustrates me that because the word if is in this bill, if the feasibility or if the committee doesn't meet between now and February 1st and come out with a report, what's going to happen to EMS? Is it going to be that one committee that's going to decide that EMS is not able to join in with this PTSD and give them some help that they need? I hope that we look at this very hard as a body. We don't want to drag this out and amend it again. But I don't like the way on some bills we pick winners and we pick losers. These volunteers, these EMS people, whether you are a first responder in my town, you're a police officer, you're a first responder. The ambulance is either first or second. And the fire department usually comes along and they also have it. These people all go through majority of the same training. They see the same things. I mean, we had a horrific accident not too long ago with 4 young people in a car. 2 passed, 2 lived. They were all people of our town. All the responders were from our town. I can't imagine what the families are going through, and I can't imagine what the responders go through. I just really wish in this body we wouldn't pick winners and losers, and I hope to God that we and that our committee that is put into this bill meets and comes out with a study that we can include all, and once again, not pick winners and losers. Thank you, Madam Speaker.